They are dead. They are gone. No one lasts forever, are the words of David Cronenberg on the last song of Charlie XCX's new album called No One Lasts Forever. Now, the album was really good. I really enjoyed it, but this video isn't really about the album itself, but more focusing on the last song featuring David Cronenberg, who is a legendary artist and filmmaker. And like the last 2 minutes, he's talking about ultimate freedom that is achieved through oblivion. And to kind of explain what that means, we'll break that down. So, what he talks about is the limits of legacy. So, David mentions that almost all art will eventually be forgotten, including the artists themselves. He also mentions that there are artists out there that create work that lasts thousands and thousands of years. However, David states that experientially, for them, they are dead, they are gone, and no longer experience that praise that people still give their work today. Now, that might sound kind of sad, but that's just how it works. And people might think that, like, oh, like their name is so big and like they're probably so happy and like all these things that they got all this praise. It's like they have no idea. Like, they are not experiencing this. They are not getting the praise. They are not experiencing that. Now, he also mentions the reality of mortality. So David recalls a moment lying on the sidewalk, reflecting that when faced with death, he wasn't thinking about art and all the things he created in his life, but rather about people and life itself. David is an artist. He is an amazing artist, a legendary artist, but in his final moments, what he has worked and done and dedicated his whole life to isn't even his final thoughts of like, this is what matters most to me, like before I'm dying. Oh, like I'm dying and I'm thinking about that one film I made or that one other artistic project that I made. It was about the people and life itself. Whoa. So that shows that that's really like internally what humans care about and what we love. It's not about these actions and things that we make. That's not what we remember. That's not what everyone remembers. Even though that's what we work our whole lives doing is work, work, work and create this and that and that. And it's like we got to slow down and actually think about the people around us in life because that is what is most important to us as connections. Now, what I got out of this was let oblivion be your freedom. And I don't mean oblivion itself. And oblivion is where there's nothing. Think about the time when you were not born, when you were before you even in your mother's womb. Obviously, you can't remember anything. You can't even like remember anything before 3, anyways. But that's oblivion. You have no consciousness. You are not you. That's oblivion. Now, when I say let oblivion be your freedom, I don't actually mean oblivion itself, the lack of consciousness, all these things. I don't necessarily mean that that is freedom, but the idea that we are all going to die and we will all reach a certain level of like earthly oblivion, like our body won't be there, whether your religious beliefs, like I'm personally Christian, so I believe that I will be with God in heaven, and that won't be like a true oblivion, but it'll be like oblivion from earth, and like my life flee earth life doesn't really like matter, so it's oblivion still in a sense. um but yeah, so again, I don't mean oblivion itself, but rather the fact that one day you will be gone and nothing you did under the sun will matter anymore, or will affect you anymore, or will affect, actually, it might still affect others on earth, but it will not affect you and it will not matter anymore. And that might sound sad and like, oh, wow, so I don't really have a purpose and nothing really matters. Hold on. This is actually a blessing that oblivion is real and that we aren't here forever and that all of our actions last forever, because this means that the severity of your actions and mistakes is so low in reality. Like when let's say you're walking into your class and you trip and fall and everyone looks at you and laughs at you. Super embarrassing. It feels super severe. It feels like, oh, my world is ending. All these people are laughing at me, making fun of me, like all these horrible, terrible things. It's like everybody in that room is gonna be gone, and that will have like, dude, like that does not matter at all. Everyone will be gone. Like it's not even gonna matter by like 2 days. Everyone's gonna forget about it. No one's even gonna care. But like let let this be your freedom. Let your mistakes not hold you back and affect your life so much, because nothing lasts forever. If there's a small thing like tripping in class or failing a test or not getting the job you want or not getting the apartment that you want, or something happens that's going to affect you for a month, you have an entire life, first of all, to figure that out and figure those things out. So this little day problem isn't going to matter in the grand scheme of your life. And it's not going to matter in the grand scheme of after your life, because people don't care. People don't care. People don't care that much. They have all their own issues. They can't focus and worry about everything that you do and have done 1,000 years ago. I mean, what's your great great grandpa's name? I don't know either. Um, and is that like a little sad? Maybe. I still love and care about him because like he's my family. But like the fact that I don't even know his name shows that even in your family lineage, that you aren't going to remember and care and focus on all the things that they did in their life. So think about the strangers that barely even know you. They're not going to remember or care anything about you either. And that's not sad. That's not a bad thing. So the main thing from this to take away is live your life for you based on the things that you enjoy, and not for others how they will remember you, because they're not going to remember you and they're not going to care. So if you think that um being a D1 basketball player is like what your parents want, and you think that like everyone else is gonna be like, oh, that's so cool, and like everyone loves you, and now you're gonna be on uh the posters, you're gonna make it to the NBA, everyone's gonna love this, all these amazing things. Who was okay? Well, I was gonna say who's like the biggest star in the NBA or professional basketball, if it was called NBA back then, like 80 years ago, whatever. It's like, I mean, you might actually know the name if you really care that much, but it's like I don't know the name, and I love basketball, I love watching it. Like it really doesn't matter that much. Give it 200 more years, and no one's even gonna care or know. Like it's not a big deal, because like even at these big public jobs and these public celebrities and people, even they are not going to be remembered forever. So if you don't want to do things for other people, like again back to the basketball example, if you don't even like basketball that much and you find joy in painting, but you're like, oh, but other people love me and other people have these expectations and they love to see me play basketball, it's like, but if you don't love it, who cares? Who cares? You're doing stuff for other people and fulfilling their lives to watch you on the court or do these things, when you are not doing what you want to do and loving what you love while you're here. Because like how we just said, like thousands of years in the past and thousands of years into the future, if that's how long we live, whatever, it's like none of that's going to matter. So just do what you want to do and let that be your freedom. The fact that you will not be here forever, which doesn't sound like freedom if you think about it, but think about it for a little bit longer and you will find that that is freedom. That is ultimate freedom. The fact that you are not held on to a contract of doing certain things or whatever, and that you need to please other people. Get that out of your head. Do what you want to do. Live your life how you want to live it. So let Oblivion be your freedom. Live your life how you want to live it, and live it for you and not for others. Thank you for watching. Peace out.